Hey YouTube, it's Mandak coming at you guys with another video. So looking at the screen, trying to look at my thing, whatever. We're just gonna look off centered because who cares? Anyway, so I'm back for another uh video, another comic book haul. I know it's been about wow, I'm just looking at my YouTube channel right now. It's been about a month since I've done a video. I apologize for that. Just to give you guys an update on my life. A lot has changed in a month, and for the better. I've been really busy with a lot of things. Work. I've been traveling to Ohio, up to Pennsylvania. I mean, I live in Pennsylvania, so whatever. But a lot has changed in my life. I actually have a girlfriend now, so that's great. Her and I, you might have heard a beep in the background. That was someone from my apartment. Yeah, her and I will be going out together for 1 month on Monday. So yeah, I've been really occupied with that, obviously, as some of you guys can probably test out there. I'm just gonna put my phone on silent so it doesn't make any noise. Is that right there? Let me just do this. There we go. Silent. That was weird. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so I have a girlfriend now. We've been hanging out for about a month, like I said. So I've been kind of spending some of my weekends over there, but I've always made time, to read comics, catch up on stuff. I'm still on the weekly show with Vince and Mike over on the Students of Shield page. So definitely go check that out still. But yeah, not a lot of buying the past few months. I've been buying stuff, just not comic books. But yeah, I figured I had a little stack on my table over here, and I figured I'd just go over some of the stuff I bought. I had it there to go in a video, just didn't really get a chance to do one until today. So I figured I'd do that. Then I'm gonna pull out stuff in my inventory, my spreadsheet, and then I'm gonna go put it on my shelves. So, but yeah. Also, I have a Lego set here that I'm just gonna throw into this haul. But this is technically gonna be called Comic Book Haul number 28, I believe we're at now. So, getting up to the big 3-0, guys. Hopefully, we can get there before the new year. I think we will. Obviously, I'm thinking there'll probably be a Black Friday haul that I'll have from Encounter. Probably gonna go there again after Christmas or after Thanksgiving. But yeah. So, without further ado, we'll get started. First book I have here is Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips' Criminal, Volume 3, I believe. Yep, Volume 3. So, you'll see the rest of my haul. This was kind of like a book that I've been using to get me over the $50 order free shipping limit on IST. So, usually that's, through 2 Epic collections, and one of these gets me to 50. So, yeah, currently reading the ongoing series of Criminal right now with Mike and Vince on the weekly show on the Marvel on Students of Shield. But I'm going backwards and collecting all this stuff so I can go back and read it from the beginning and kind of piece together all the characterization up to that point. But really enjoying this. Definitely will be doing a readathon once I collect all this. So really excited. And these things are cheap. I mean, this is the cover price on this is $15. I got it for around, I think, like $8 or something. So, for six issues, that's a pretty good deal. So, and it's brand new. So that's that. Next 3 books here are all Epic collections. So just trying to catch up on some and get some stuff that that was cheap on Amazon. It's weird. When I first started collecting again, like, I felt like Epic collections were really cheap online. Like, there was a time where, like, Epic collections, like, there was a bunch of them were going on clearance. And I guess maybe, like, some of them went out of print, or, like, there's a bunch of new ones in now. But a lot of them on Amazon aren't really, like, well priced. You really have to hunt and find them. And then even the ones that are, like, discounted, they're not great material to collect, I don't think. Like, I've kind of shied away from them. But some of them were brand new, picked them up on IST. They had like a little sale, like an extra 3% off or something one weekend. So I picked them up. Excuse me. always have something, like either a cough or a sneeze on one of these podcasts. I swear to God. Anyway, first book we have here is the Fantastic Four, The Mystery of the Black Panther. So just continuing Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's run in epic collection format. Opted out of the Omnibus. Didn't want to have to hunt and find those Omnibus. Marvel's pumping out these epics, and I believe this is, oh yeah, this is the fourth. I believe the fifth is either solicited already or planning to get released. I'm not sure. So this collects issues 52 to 67 of Fantastic Four. Annuals numbers 4 to 5, and Not Brand Deck numbers 1 and 5. So you can see the front. That's the cover of, I think, Fantastic Four 56, I think it is. First appearance of the Black Panther. You got Silver Surfer and Thing going at it here. Yeah, just some really great Jack Kirby art here going on, guys. Can't say enough about him and his work. But yeah, really excited to collect this. Got this brand new when it came out. It's on the skinnier side, I would say, in terms of epic collections. It's 430 some pages. Usually epics go anywhere from 350 to 500 pages, so a little bit skinnier, but whatever. Yeah, just picking this up. Excited. I've read, I don't know if I'll probably talk about this on the show before, but I've read some Fantastic Four stuff in Essentials. I think I've read the first Fantastic Four Essential, which is issues 1 to 20. That was 5 years ago or something, so I can honestly not remember a lot of what happened. So definitely gonna be looking forward to going back and rereading it now. But I got a good chunk now. I have almost 70 issues of Fantastic Four to read through straight now. So it's ultimately going to come down to me whether or not I want to start it or not. So I wonder how many more epics they're gonna make to complete oh my God, I keep seeing it, Jack Kirby and Stan Lee's run. I'm not sure how long it goes up to, but Vince in the comments can correct me on what that is. All right, next book we have here is the New Mutants Demon Bear Saga. So I read the New Mutants first epic collection. I believe it was called Renewal. Came out in, I think, April of 2017. Obviously capitalizing off of the hype of the recently announced New Mutants movie at the time. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that movie. I think it's canceled now. But yeah, so I read that, really enjoyed it, read the OGN, read the first 12 issues of that series, read a bunch of, Cloak and Dagger, Amazing Spider-Man, crossover stuff like that. Really dug the characters. I really liked the whole premise of this team as well. So, this is continuing off of that hype. So numbers 13 through 31 and annual number 1 of New Mutants is collected in this book. These issues are from 84 and 85. So 1984, 1985. So obviously digging the Sinkovich covers here. And just a sneak peek kind of at this art inside. I've heard the story is amazing, the Demon Bear Saga. Marvel recently released, I think this past summer, a Demon Bear trade paperback that had just that storyline from this series. And I was really close on getting that, but I'm like, you know what? I really like the characters. I'm committed to the title. I want to get the epic so I can have that whole chronological run. And this is still Chris Claremont. I'm not sure. Is it Sal Buscema? I'm not sure. One of the Buscema brothers. And Bob McLeod. I'm assuming he's not on this for much longer. It's weird. I've seen not really met, but I've seen Bob McLeod at 2 or 3 conventions I've been at, and obviously he's credited as co-creator of the New Mutants because he drew the OGN where the characters originated. But it's crazy, he's just charging a crazy amount of money for signatures, and I think he's financially kind of not as well off as other creators are in the comic book industry, so kind of sucks to see that. But yeah, that's just a little comment I thought I threw in there. But anyway, yeah, New Mutants Epic Collection, really cool. Excited to continue reading that series. So the next book I got here was on Amazon. And like I said before, this is one of those books where if you hunt long enough, you'll find it for cheap. And I found this book for cheap. I think total I spent maybe $12 on this book. which had a $35 cover price. So, that's what, it's almost like 55% off, 60% off. That's a pretty good deal, I would say. And that's pretty much like the extent to what I was willing to spend for this. Half off on IST, $17. I guess it was kind of worth it too. Anyway, that book is the second Miss Marvel epic collection, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, Chris Claremont. Continuing his little stint here with Captain Marvel. This is pretty much the second half of the Omnibus that came out back in, I think, like March or April of this year, coinciding with the release of the Captain Marvel movie. But yeah, this collects issues 15 to 23 of Miss Marvel, Marvel Team Up number 76 to 77, Marvel 2-in-1 number 51, Marvel Superheroes numbers 10 to 11, Avengers number 200, and Annual number 10, and Marvel Fanfare number 24. So Avengers 200, we get that whole story with that bullshit stuff, and then we get the Annual number 10 that pretty much Chris Claremont comes in and redoes it all because it's fucked up. And I'm not sure why, but I'm pretty sure Dave Cockrum does pencils on some of these issues, and he's not credited on the front page, which I think is a little weird. Because that art right there is definitely Dave Cockrum. Maybe I don't know. So someone can talk to me about that in the comments. But yeah, again, a thinner book. That's probably another reason why I wasn't willing to buy it. For the cover price that it was asking for. It's 370 pages, so definitely not the thickest epic collection to come out, but yeah, you can also see too it's a little dented there in the corner, so that kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? There's that. I don't know if I showed any art off in here. Yeah, this is late 70s, early 80s, so kind of get into that sweet spot that I like. I like usually around late 70s, early 80s into the 80s. The 80s was probably my favorite era to read comics in, because it's not too wordy, but it's still like kind of campy, and I kind of like it. So yeah, so that's the 3 epics I bought. Really nice to have those. Looking ahead to next year, they're releasing some more Iron Man epics. I'm actually in the process. When I say process, I mean like 3-week process of reading one epic collection. I've been so busy at work and with my girlfriend and everything now, so it's just trying to find the time to sit down and read it. But I'm reading the Return of the Ghost epic collection, which is kind of filling in a gap between Armor Wars for Iron Man and the Doom epic collection. So kind of bridging that gap, and then I'll pretty much have read like a straight run of Iron Man issues up until I think like Len Kaminsky's run. So yeah, it's really cool. Definitely picking that up. Yeah, so just looking forward to getting some more epics. I know they're releasing some more Avengers of epics too. Definitely gonna try to pick those up. Still waiting on that one that covers the trial of Yellow Jacket. I'm hoping that gets solicited soon or something, because if it is, I'm gonna buy that day one, man. I'm picking that up because that storyline is so intriguing. We're actually reading one of our retro issues for this week's podcast over on the Students of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is one of those issues from that storyline. I actually have the single issue up there, so may just pull that down and read it. We'll see. Anyway, so moving on, 2 more books here, and we'll get to that Lego set that I talked about. Picked this up for, I think, like $13 or like $15 or something. This is DC New Frontier by Darwin Cook. Rest in peace. So I'm not really too sure about the whole premise of this. It says, welcome to 1950s America. And I'm assuming it's kind of like putting like all of like the DC characters into that time era, which is really exciting to me. Darwin Cook's art, fucking amazing. I love it. This art looks great. Kind of see it here too. I'm really excited to read this. I think it's going to be a great story. And for $15, this is a thick book. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, they have page numbers on here. I really wish this was at that Books a Million penny a page book thing, because I could have got this for like $5. But yeah, there's like 500 some pages in here. A bunch of back matter. Really cool. Definitely gonna be digging reading this at some point. I have a few breaks coming up. I have Thanksgiving break and I have Christmas break coming up. So definitely gonna be trying to scope out what I want to be reading during that time, just so I have it planned and I don't run out of stuff to read while I'm at my parents' house for the holidays. So yeah, New Frontier, cool beans. Last book here, and it was a reminder, it's now a reminder for me to go get the second volume, is Daredevil by Mark Waid, Volume 1, Omnibus. So pick this up on Amazon for around $40, I think. This collects issues 1 to 27 and number 10.1 of the Daredevil 2011 series, Spider-Man number 677, Avenging Spider-Man number 6, and the Punisher 2011 series number 10. As you can see the back here, I'm obviously not going to open this to show you the pages because it's still sealed, so I just want to keep it like that until I'm ready to read it. But yeah, so at this point, I'm seriously contemplating selling my complete collections for my Bendis era stuff and just upgrading to the Omnibus. I know I'm going to be paying more money for the Omnibus, but it would look amazing to see all of my Daredevil stuff in oversized hardcover, oversized omnibus format. That would be great because, you know, I have Frank Miller and Klaus Jensen's omnibus. I have, you know, Ed Brubaker stuff. I have this now. So it's like, I don't want one thing to be sticking out like a sore thumb. So it's either I do that or I downgrade everything else. And that's a little tougher because the trades and the hardcover, like the individual hardcovers for this run is a little hard to line up and get for a pretty affordable price. So yeah, so really excited to read that. At this point, I've read all of, Frank Miller stuff. I've read all of Bendis and Brubaker stuff. I recently just finished that a few months ago. Really enjoyed it. Coming in, I think 2020, and don't quote me on this, but coming in 2020, I think we're planning to do a Daredevil podcast over on the Students of S.H.I.E.L.D. page. Obviously, I'm going to be a part of that because I still have some Daredevil like early stuff that I want to read in Epic Collection format that I'm holding off on reading until we get around to this podcast. So really lit for that. Should be fun. And the last thing I have here is a Lego set. You can kind of hear it jingle. I stopped by today because, you know, I had a long day at work and I'm like, you know what? I just want to go to Walmart, see what they got. They didn't really have a lot on sale, but I picked up this set because I've been looking at it for a while. Pretty good price. Not Star Wars, not Marvel, nothing like that. Just like a set that I figured I'd get because, you know, I want to reward myself for getting through this week. This week has been so busy at work. Holy shit. So, yeah. So without further ado, I'll show that set right now. And it is the Lego Creator 31078 Treehouse Treasure set. Got this for $24. I'm not sure if the cover price. I'm not sure if the retail price was on this. I'm assuming it would be like $30 or something. But yeah, got it for $5 off. Yeah, a lot of cool pieces going on here. 2 minifigs. Looks like it's gonna be an interesting build. Probably gonna build this tonight. While I'm watching the Thursday night football game, and we'll go from there. But yeah, maybe a review coming. I have so many sets that I built that I didn't do like the time lapse for them, so I'm probably just gonna do the reviews for them. I want to get around to doing some of those next week, kind of just talking about them. Trying to get a better setup for my videos because the black background isn't really conducive for some of my other, from some of my sets that are black, like the Batmobile or, you know, the Kylo Ren Brickhead. They're not going to look well on there, so we'll see. But yeah, that's all I have, guys. Hope you guys have been having a great month not watching any of my videos. But if you are curious about watching any of my stuff, you can see the playlist I've added below, you know, in my channel, all that stuff. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And check us out tomorrow on the Students of S.H.I.E.L.D. webcast. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.